Hello there, Capricorn, and welcome to your May reading. I hope that everything is going well for you, and let's get straight into the reading to see what information and opportunities are coming through for the month of May. Just a quick note that you can use this for your sun, your rising, and your moon. Your channeled information this month is to really focus on your skills of empathy. And this is easier said than done because as human beings, as living creatures, we learn from an early age we have to survive, and we try to sometimes put our own feelings or needs first, and to a degree that makes sense. You have to protect yourself, you have to take care of your basic needs. But what will really help you succeed this month is your empathic skills to relate to others, to feel some degree of what they're going through, or to imagine how it might be. This will help you in work, it will help you in your relationships, and also it just overall makes you feel a little bit better because it's about reciprocity, really, and you're giving back, and you'll receive exactly what you give back as long as you're surrounding yourself with people that are equally loving and caring. All right, let's take a look at the cards here and see what messages are coming through. I always separate my reading into three parts. I begin with channeled information, I go into a Celtic cross, and then I take a look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. So we have the Wheel of Fortune here, starting everything off. It's in reverse, which means some things with money and also with success could be coming at inopportune times, but let's just see how everything goes. It's nonetheless a good card. It just shows surprises or timings that are off a little bit. And before I get into that, I want to take a look at your Catalyst card, showing how you can activate and embrace the powerful transformations that are coming through. Again, since we're finishing up a retrograde cycle, this is especially important. So we have faith as your main message. It also says humanity and benevolence, and I believe that really nicely connects up with the empathy card here. So have faith in yourself, have faith in others, and try to put yourself in their shoes. The kinder you are, the easier it is to get through things this month for you. One other thing it says is trust in the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. It's a lot easier to believe stuff that is negative or that things are going to go wrong. Fear is a very powerful emotion and a very powerful vibration, but hope is even more powerful than that. If you give into it, if you release the fear and think, you know what, maybe it's going to be all right, and then once you sort of allow that into your energy, you wonder why you were existing in a state of fear. Okay, so the center card, Wheel of Fortune reversed, and it's crossed by the Strength card. So this is telling you to exercise common sense when it comes to all things financial and also all things business. And you may have to prove yourself. This is a card of dominance. Usually it involves a very strong woman in your life, but it can also just involve a battle of wills, if you will. That was a lot of wills. But a battle of wills, battling forces where you have to either believe in yourself more than the other person, prove yourself, or perhaps just decide, you know, it's not worth it, I'm going to walk away. So when it comes to money and work, be aware that there's something territorial, there's something where you have to prove yourself, and we'll look at the other cards and see if that's going to be something that's wise. When I look at your deep past, we have the Knight of Cups, and this is saying that what you're bringing into the situation is hopefully positivity, passion, and this is sometimes where territorial things can get a little tricky. Because if you believe you're right, even if you're not, or if the other person does, you have to be careful. Emotions are going to be pivotal to this, and you could be dealing with a tricky water sign as well. So it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. When I'm looking at contributing factors, recent past leading right up into the beginning of this retrograde, we see Ace of Swords in reverse. So could be very negative speech patterns that are either people are criticizing you, or perhaps you've said something that was hurtful, whether or not you meant to another person. And so part of your cleanup or your empathy skills is going to be about understanding how that person might have interpreted the spoken word. even if it wasn't intended to be something that was negative. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. I always love this illustration because there's a spider on it. And what it's saying is, don't get caught up in other people's truth, other people's web of reality. You want to stay firm with the facts. Don't talk about things that are emotional. And if you have this sort of Queen of Swords in your life, walk away from this argument. You're not going to win. What waits for you sort of in the middle of the month is much brighter. We have 10 of Cups, and this is about the second week of the month, right after we're getting out of retrograde. There's either a reason to celebrate, or you're going to notice it's a lot easier to attract partners or spend time with your family, because this is a card of family connections. So enjoy that and look forward to things getting a little easier around the middle of the month. And then I see the Six of Pentacles as your ego card, and this is a card of opportunity here, saying no and then embracing and refocusing your energy into better things. What I like about this one is there's a rainbow on it, which is showing that after the difficulty of the beginning of the month, things pick up. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and maybe there's gold at the end of the rainbow. But the other thing this is saying is remain strong in all chakras, because a rainbow ties into our chakra system. So what you could do this month to combat that Queen of Swords reversed or that very emotional Knight of Cups is to feel grounded. Maybe you take some sort of obsidian or strong grounding rock, keep it with you, and when you're confronted by this person or in the presence of them, just feel the connection to the earth, feel that you're strong, and then light up all of your chakras just like this rainbow. When I look at your environment, we have the sun, which is showing me that things should be able to work out for you. The sun is also, there's two things that I'm getting here. One, for men in your life, there may be someone who requires a lot of attention, and understand that that's kind of the way that they were raised. And it can also be a very strong woman, by the way, that just sort of exerts more dominance, because I got the Strength card, or a little bit stronger personality. But whether it's a man or a woman, be aware that this person's just used to getting their way. They're charming, perhaps, or they're just very convincing. So your job is to not try to change this overnight, but kind of like through how you would deal with a child, small child, or an animal, you model the behavior that you want to receive back, and you don't feed into like their negative habits or what's worked for them before. You're going to be that sort of catalyst of change for them. So that's just someone that's in your environment that you want to be aware of. When I look at opportunities and fears for you, we have Knight of Swords in reverse. A lot of focus this month on how to communicate. I want you to have people double check what you've written. You should look at it a couple times, have someone else look at it. Before you pick up the phone or before you tweet or text something, think, did I say it the right way? Empathize. Think about how it's going to be received, okay? Your outcome card is pretty nice, actually. We have the Knight of Wands here. Very transformative. I want you to pay attention to dreams, to daydreams, to your dreams at night, to your intuitions, to flashes of intuition, rather. Very, very beautiful messages that could be coming through for you. Also, since we have this butterfly on here, pay attention to if you see like a moth, butterfly, or a hummingbird this month. It could be a power symbol for you. Either a warning of something good or something where you need to focus on how you're going to be perceived by someone else. So that's going to be the universe saying, hey, this is important, pay attention. All right, let's expand your forecast, and we're going to look first at your health card, which is all-inclusive. It's looking at mind, body, and spirit. So your health card this month is freedom. So I want you to get out and to not feel like you're sort of pent up in your house or at the office. Take breaks, do like a walking lunch, pack your lunch and take a walk somewhere and eat outside of the office. If you work from home, make sure you take frequent breaks. And if you have a chance, just to try something new. If you always work out at one gym, but you have a couple that you can go to, change the routine. You need to feel free. And you also need to maybe take one or two of the responsibilities that maybe you don't have to do or you just take on because no one else is doing it, and ask for help. I need you to alleviate the pressure and the stress, and I want you to change your routine. It's going to help you reset and help release some of the toxins that you might be holding on to. All right, let's take a look at your wealth card, which shows things that could be affecting your work, your school, and other situations in your life. For you, it's the legacy of light. Be positive. Think of the possibilities and really brainstorm. This is about not feeling stuck in one way of thinking. So for your financial situation, this might be about investing in an entirely different portfolio. For how you create your living, this could be about wanting to make a 180-degree change. And the other thing is, if you work in a creative field and you're afraid to kind of like try some unusual approach towards design or composition or dance or expression, this is saying the stranger and the more outlandish, the better. Think like, you know, Avatar or something like that. Go way out on a limb and don't be afraid to reach for the stars. Let's look now at, we looked at health, we looked at wealth. Let's take a look at your love forecast. Love includes not only your romantic relationships, but also intimate relationships of friends and family. And for you, it says the union of the hearts. There's a connection to love that defies explanation. So a lot of times this comes for an unusual pairing. Maybe there's a difference in age, culture, whatever it is. If you feel good about your love relationship, that's all that matters. One common thread that I've seen across all signs this month is to care less or to put less of an investment in what other people think. You have to be happy at the end of the day. And for you, the freedom may come not only in movement, but in expression with who you love. So if you choose to be single and you're happy, great. If you're dating someone that your parents or your society doesn't sort of like approve, who cares? As long as you are safe, as long as they are safe, and everything is all right, then embrace the uniqueness of the situation. Finally, let's take a look at your destiny card and see where you're headed. If you like the trajectory, stay the path. If you don't, this is your chance to do a course correction. So your destiny card this month is, she's come up a few times, Morgan. Morgan is a power card. It's about manifestation. And this is about, with this one, it's about seizing an opportunity for you. Don't feel like you need to rely on someone else. You can do it. Don't feel like you need someone else's permission. Give yourself permission. Seize what's important and believe that your thoughts are just as powerful and as valid as someone else's. So let's combine all the messages and do a quick review at the end. Your channeled information was to be as empathetic as possible, and connecting to that, your empathy card this month was to have faith. Believe in the best, both in yourself and in others. It's going to make things a lot easier for you. A general warning that something might be territorial when it comes to work or to your money situation. This is a battle of wills. If you believe in it and it's a fight you want to fight, then do it. Try to stick to facts and don't get into sort of like an emotional argument with someone, because that's not going to be beneficial. Again, watching your words. There's something in the middle of the month, around the 10th to the 15th, that's either a cause for celebration or it's a chance for those of you that are single to perhaps start dating. It'll be a lot easier to meet people, and if you're in a family, spend time with your children, with your animals, with your loved ones. Just a general note that whatever is bringing you down turns around towards the middle of the month as well. Focus on igniting all of your chakras, spinning them until they're bright, strong, and connecting with the colors of the rainbow. Environmentally, when we see the sun, a reminder that there might be a strong person in your life that's used to getting their way. This is not the time to change their habits overnight, but in the same respect, you don't want to keep feeding into old habits. So model the behavior that you want. Towards the 3rd to 4th week, there's going to be another challenge with communication. This month, you really want to have other people check what you're saying. Transformative signs will abound this month. Pay attention to butterflies, to hummingbirds, to moths. They're a sign of transformation and spiritual heightened sort of understanding. So when they come through, pay attention to what's going on in that moment. It's powerful. For health, try to be free, try to get outside, walk. Do not constrain yourself. Be imaginative when it comes to your job. Go out on a limb and do something creative. People will support you. At the very least, you will be following what your heart and your soul wants. Same thing applies to relationships. If you love who you're with, that's all that's important. Finally, you have the power to make your dreams come true. Don't rely on other people for feeding your desires, your wishes, or validating things. You have the power to make it happen. So on that note, I'm going to sum it up and say thank you so much for allowing me to read for you this month. I really do appreciate that. If you would ever like to go deeper and see what's in store just for you, you can reach out, and I'll put a link on how to schedule an appointment with me. You can also just, if you like this and you just want to support the channel, there's an opportunity to donate as well. To stay in touch, you can join my newsletter or subscribe to this channel. I'm also on social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The most important part of the videos right now, which is I want to say thank you for taking care of yourself, for taking time to see what's ahead, and empower yourself for the next 20 to 30 days ahead. So thank you for allowing me to do that. I wish you much love, much happiness, and much light. I'll see you again in 1 month's time. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.